another session of Check Your Love.
Welcome.
Yes, where we talk to married couples, kingdom couples who trying to make their love stronger, who trying to nourish what you have. Nourish what you have. So we these are check love points for you to just look at your marriage and see what you can do better, what you can do, and not that we have all the answers and not that we have a perfect thing. It's just that what God has put on our heart for covenant couples to share experiences to help other people, right? Okay. So today's question that was posed to us was, what does a wife do when she wants her husband to lead, but he's not doing it? Wow. So then she feels as though she has to lead because if she wait on him.
Right.
Now this question has come up a couple times from different couples, outside the church and inside the church. I have to say that because I don't want nobody trying to figure out who the ones did it, because this ain't about exposing people and putting them. It's about helping. So what do I do if I want my husband to lead, but he's not leading?
I think
God lead.
Okay, good. Definitely, it's got to be God. It can't be a worldly solution to literally a spiritual thing. First and foremost, I think what a woman needs to do is she needs to be prayerful.
Okay.
Need to be prayerful about her husband and pray in a way or in a direction that she wants her husband to go. That's the first thing she needs to do. The second thing she needs to do is, and I know it's difficult, and I know some women have to take the reins because it's taking a while for him to get himself in position to do what he needs to do, but you're going to have to kind of loosen the reins a little bit so he can step into that place that he needs to be. Okay?
Now when you say loosen the reins, like...
Don't be so quick to hurry up and do something because it's not getting done.
Okay.
You got to kind of slow down sometimes. Sometimes you need to kind of back up a little bit and allow him to do it. I mean, we men, some of us, don't move quick enough in situations, and the women, you expecting us to move, we're not moving quick enough. Now, you've got to be able to be patient in the fact of him moving.
Now, what if it's a time-sensitive situation where she's been trying to wait and he's still not doing nothing? So what does she do with that?
Well, then that's a different situation because now she still needs, the first thing she always needs to be about is prayer. And in some cases, ladies are not praying. Ladies are moving because they're not moving. Because my husband is not, I'm going to, okay, now right there, you just crossed the threshold to say I'm going to do it anyhow. But prayer was never initiated in the midst of that. So where is prayer in the midst of that? It's okay that you might have to initiate, but did you pray before you initiated? And not none of this, Lord, I want to thank you for helping me, and you go make a decision. That's not prayer. That's you mumbling some words to the Lord.
Yeah.
You need to find out what it is God expects to be done.
Yeah. So you'd be more like, Lord, how do I move right here?
Exactly.
What's my next move?
Exactly.
Lord, you see my husband. Lord, what's my...
Exactly. What's my next move? Lord? Because he's not moving. Matter of fact, he's not even confronting what I've even brought to him. He's kind of pushing it to the side. So Lord, help me in the midst of this situation to make the right decision. And it's hard sometimes, especially for a woman who is trying to be submissive and stay up under that umbrella of the leading of a man, and he's not doing what he needs to do. But I would always encourage any woman who right now has a husband who's not leading, you be prayerful, and you stay prayerful. But you speak out of your mouth and believe God for what type of a husband you need or that you desire. Biblically, not worldly, not what you want. It's not a puppet on a string kind of thing. It is a man who needs to step in his place, because when he's in his place, you have the blessing of God. A lot of times, Pastor Simon, what people fail to realize is that the blessing of God is not on this because it's out of order. Order is a big deal with God. God is not out of order. Hear me, I'm going to say this to you, I'm going to look right into this camera and say that one more time. God is not out of order. Don't step out of order because I'm going to just step out of order.
Yeah.
Pray that order is restored in the midst of it, and that he would come to the place of leading. Don't give up.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give up. And I would say, like, in certain situations with us, as relates to you being that covering, you have been that covering. You know, there's been times with ladies where I have had to say, did you do such and such? That a woman would be on repeat.
Right.
Did you do such and such? Did you take care of such and such?
Right.
And that is the help meet in her. That's the help mate in her. She can't help but to help.
That's
when
it.
she's a helpmate, she can't help but to do it. It's just in her to do.
Right.
So for her to sit still and be like, okay, he's not doing nothing, da 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 da. Thank God those instances were far and few in between. All I had to do was like remind or nudge, and Pastor T would get going on it, because some of these things are time sensitive.
Yeah.
But I tell you what I did do, ladies. My complaints, and we all got complaints, like Zaki had complaints about me, I had complaints about him. My complaints, I took them there.
Yeah.
After I voiced it to him a couple times, I tried to, lessen it down. It used to be this many, and then I tried to lessen it down. Let's just be real, and then they get it down so I won't be a nagging. Because you know that scripture where it talks about, and I'm gonna make sure that we tag that scripture in this video, that where it talks about a nagging wife. I didn't want to be that. That was like one of my. I guess that contributes to the stepper wife stuff. I didn't want to be that nagging wife. You know what I mean? When the man rather be on the rooftop than to be in the house with the woman. So that was one of my things, and it almost became like a fear until it wasn't. And so I didn't want to be like that. But I think when you take your complaint, after you voice it to your man, and you take your complaint to God.
Yes.
Lord, I need wisdom in this.
Yeah.
I need wisdom in this. That's what he talk about all the time, how he asks the Lord to show him how to love me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Lord, I need wisdom.
Yeah.
Because a woman, she pretty much, she has to answer. I don't know what the Lord has done with that. You put that help me in us. We are we pretty much know.
Yeah.
But we want to be led.
That's it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You can't lead in other areas. Go ahead. Thank you. You can't.
See, they help me.
You can't lead in other areas, but you're not leading overall.
Yeah.
You don't have to be that overall man that's going to have to lead. You got to make decisions. I know, gentlemen, sometimes I'll be saying, Lord, why did you do this and put this on us? But he did. So you're going to have to make decisions. Even when you don't. I want to say, I don't know why God put us in charge. And because he did that, we have to make tough decisions.
Yeah.
And it's a hard thing when you have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Especially when you have not been that type of individual who has. See, some of us as men will sit back and allow our wives to do it, and then we will get messed up when we feel like it's something we need to do, but you haven't been doing. And this is the place that she's been wanting us to be in anyway, the place of leadership. And so you have to, as the men of God that we are, we have to pray and say, God, make me the leader that I need to be in this house. Not only for my wife, but over this house as a whole. Yeah. Let me be that person, Lord, you created me to be in you, who will be the head, Lord. Yeah. And not one of these men who walk around talking about I'm the head and not the tail kind of people, because everybody talking scripture. I'm not talking about scripture. I'm talking about living the life of a leader. It is a whole different situation when you're leading. Yeah,
because some people use the scriptures to, I know that's what you're talking about, so I just want to touch on that. Some people use the scriptures to do what they want to do and not hear the voice of their spouse or not hear, it's like, you can't have like, it's what I say because I'm the head either. Thank God you were not like that.